Liberty Tax Service CEO Ed Brunot here in a Fox Business exclusive. Well, that's interesting that the stocks are going up and not down. I would think if we get it down to that postcard size, we've seen them hold this up, especially Paul Ryan, you guys might be out of business.
Well, Liz, thank you very much for having me, first of all. But I would say that, listen, I remain very optimistic about our business. And if you really think through the process, sometimes simplification can actually cause change and a lot of confusion in and of itself. And so, the good news is Liberty Tax has been around for a long time. We represent over 1,800 individual franchisee owners and over 4,000 individual locations across the United States and Canada. And I would just say the good news is regardless of what the changes are, if it's good for small business, it's good for those individuals. And then lastly, I would say that, when you look at history over the past 20 to 25 years, our tax code was much simpler back then.
It wasn't 70,000 pages, that's for sure, right?
That is correct. And if you, then fast forward 20 or 25 years, really there's still a large portion of the U.S. population that prefers to have tax professionals help them with their tax filings.
Well, to understand it, but would it be fair to at least say at this point that because there seems to be so much opacity, it's really hard to see if Congress, even just the Republicans, are going to get together on this? There are a lot of questions as to whether you can eliminate the deduction of your state and local taxes, that they may go for that, but high tax states are furious about it. That the fact that your stocks are going up indicates people don't really believe, nor do investors, that this is somehow going to come together, at least by the end of the year. What do you think?
Yeah, well, it's always, very difficult to understand exactly where the process will go. And all of our focus really is with our tax professionals standing ready to assist our customer base, regardless of what the change is, on how to navigate through that process.
When you saw the president say what he said the other night in Pennsylvania about H&R Block, arguably your competitor, did you kind of cringe? I mean, I'm sure you were saying, thank goodness it wasn't us. As long as he didn't mention us. But did you get concerned about that?
Yeah, well, it's concerning. But again, I would say, listen, it's a very complex process, and we're going to just ensure that we're prepared to deal with whatever changes come, and that we'll, make sure that we get all of our customers the things that they're entitled to from the government, whether it's the current system or it's a system that is simplified.
I've always, lately, because I used to get my taxes done by H&R Block back when I lived in Ohio, and I'm wondering now, what do you charge at Liberty Tax for an average tax return?
Yeah, I would tell you that it changes based on, the geographic location and those kind of things. And there's really no set fee.
The deductions of the state and local tax.
Exactly. And it can be the complexity of the tax return and how many forms are provided and those kind of things, and really not information that we give out to the public.
Okay. Where do you guys are headquartered in?
Virginia Beach, Virginia.
So Virginia, is that a high tax state? I know California, New York are...
Yeah, parts of Virginia are, but not Virginia Beach.
Well, where do you stand on eliminating the deduction of state and local taxes, which we're already hearing a lot of bellyaching about, and I'm sure the lobbyists are moving in all over the place about that?
Yeah, again, I would say it's an extremely complex situation, and we'll just have to see how our elected officials decide to deal with it.
So when I hear you talking about the fact that you are optimistic about the business, even if the single card came out, again, we can show it once again because Paul Ryan was waving. Oh, that's nice. It's finally simplified. You expect that people might still be confused and need your services.
Yeah, I like to put it this way with a little bit of sense of humor. They're talking about simplifying the tax code, not necessarily making it such an enjoyable experience that people are going to want to do it without a paid professional to help them, put it through.
Yeah, because some of us are saying, wait, I can't even fill out a driver's license form. Oh, I put the wrong name in the thing. I'm asking for the second copy so I can do it again. That's right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Liz. It's
Ed Brunot of Liberty Tax. Come back and see us around tax time.
Appreciate it.
Or around tax reform time if we ever get to it.